He wore a white golden dress with a hood long which half hid his golden armor. He was armored for surprise and celestial might. Poisonous arrows shot from serpent heads, poisoned bolus and a toasty fire breathed from gargles, close to the cracked plank. It was a whirlwind of things to think about. "We must cross the plank," said Raphael. It creaked and bent at one dwarf foot. "Maybe I can throw you," said James. "I can magically reinforce the plank with ice magic," said Yensid geniusly. "One or maybe two at a time." And so they feared and creaked. The dark room was profoundly getting into their heads just like it was empty. There was a stench of danger and
You know
time
what's
locked
up,
away
modest
without
stream
sun.
people?
"I'm too scared to do it honestly," said Daisy. "Someone must carry Calder, my direwolf." James carried the direwolf cutely, and then Daisy. Sexual thoughts secretly went through Daisy's head as she was carried across the plank on his muscly shoulder. "Wow, this guy is so hot."
I must have a firm
Yensid
hand with a
farted normally,
microwave here,
and
I
it started
think.
to crack the plank in power. The sounds of it cracking were so many times you thought to already drop.
Like the
Yensid
energy.
and Porpoise reinforced with ice magic, thickening the plank to twice its size.
She is meat and bread
"Stop farting.
energy.
If we die from
No,
this,
I'm
I'm going
kidding.
to kill you, Yensid." He was whispering guile and impatience. "You know you can't beat me. The plank is broken, thus will drop when the ice melts. This won't work again. We shall have to find a different way out. That won't be too hard, would it?" They ventured straightly. Last man to cross was the dwarf. "I do feel little bit queasy with one eye." As the dwarf was almost over, as a giant voice shrieked sacrifice, and three shadowy giant arms protruded from the abyss between real and shadowy. They pulled the dwarf's shoulder out of its socket and pulled him down towards the dark. Yensid blasted ice and fire spells and said, "He's gone, Raphael. He's never going to survive the catacombs even if he lands on his ass." Rip hack. Raphael shot down with blazing speed. The shadowy arms required to be cut several times by Raphael's holy dimensional blades before letting go. Master Dwarf Hack was carried gently into the edge of the abyss, like a chestful of bladed fat. "I have no cheek to say this time, thank you, Raphael." "What is this room? I don't see the danger." "It's the room that taken revenge on people who ruin the environment. Dimensional whales." Like a teleport, the whale thumped the ground, staring at them. There was a white one and pink one. They stared in fury, disappearing again. "You must have a sure path, yet change it preemptive. They will aim where they think you will go." They started running like ants, and not everyone fitting the size of the whales. "Just there a little more, and we will have made it the end." They had big-brained it to the end, so skillful in being indecisive. Porpoise decided it was so close, he would take extra time to run straight. A whale came crushing with intent. It flatted Porpoise and broke his armor like it was his life. "Use command, Yensid." Yensid pulled Porpoise to him and he flipped upside down. He was crushed like a dream and unconscious into blood. Porpoise coughed some blood. The cleric, he healed him with revive. It works on almost dead people at this tier. His sword was shattered in artsy big and small pieces. They had to find him a new weapon. "It's good to have you back, Porpoise. Don't scare me like that." He was crying like blind. A corridor of white stone slabs and torches, claustrophobic, entered. It was uneven and damaged. "Wait," James said. He smashed through some different engraved slabs, telling through a lacking pattern. "Look," he pulled out a small shrine from the wall. It was engraved. "Let me open it magically with my ass," said Yensid. The shrine smelly was filled with coin and onyx rings, bracelets, one explosive black flask, one green handsomely crafted vial. There was one crystal-shaped vial. "This is a tear of Osseous. It will give you giant strength and quirks for 80 seconds. You can drink the random potion for beneficial random effects, or negative." "I'll do it," said Porpoise. "I'm feeling lucky," knocking them to the sides ineffectively. Blue magical letter shone before Porpoise's eyes. "Benefits from additional effects from other potions. Random rooms will now have more positive random effects." "That doesn't seem so bad," said Porpoise. So did Clement. "Don't comment positively on a 50-50 effect like you had control." "Don't be stingy then, it's just who I am."
Yeah, I wrote this
"All
shit.
right, whatever." James thought to say it carefully from the beginning. No one made any cringe jokes about leaving already with treasure. It was a puzzle and chemistry room. bold and tall to roof were chemistry tubes and Erlenmeyer flasks. On a sign stood thus warning. Beyond bald and comfortably numb. What does that mean? It means your hairline will recede if you get it wrong. I can't do it, said Porpoise. I'm going to go bald anyway, said Clement. I'll do it. Wait, I know what this means. James put tubes into the right plumbing and switched on valves of steam and acidity. This is how you chemically make coffee, said James. He poured a steamy cup. This is a relative puzzle, said Clement. It was a 6x6 tiled board, and if you pressed one down, the others around it responded plus eccentricity. This is impossible. You must figure out all possible outcomes, then you can piece it together. They affect each other. There are multiple all possible outcomes. There is a limited amount of them. That is the puzzle you must figure out. Clement scrawled through the alternative and everything clicked when there was 5 different solutions revealed. A potions chemistry puzzle. Who is ready to lose your hair? You mean who is best at chemistry? You don't have to do it, James. James measured potions and ingredients, remembered his chemistry like a genius. It was not an easy thing. He felt like his teachers must have been better. The gap gave him a headache. This must be it, I'm sure of it. A butt wizard came from up top and farted his hairline off, looking like a monk. I'm never going to get it back. Starts crying. We're all going to lose our hair. I have a question, said Raphael, but the butt wizard didn't move a muscle and elevated out of sight. Ding, a voice said, 2 out of 3 possible, done, you can continue. You don't look that bad, James. Porpoise measured the damage. I never thought that I would lose something like this. At this stage, I feel grey and sullied. You can tell people you have cancer. He looked out of place and uneven. To the other sex, my chances has gone down 30%. I loved playing the game of I'm texting my dog and you were birds, to charm the blonde and confuse the model. There are powerful people with little hair that looks like thumbs and lift heavy weight. Is there no way to get my hair back? There is one way. He would talk to Oswald and find out a game in which you could get your hair back, even if it stopped growing naturally, for the wizard had quickened the process. Something to do after we survived the castle. They came across a black elf, a small malnourished prisoner-looking elf with an orcish face. Only wore pants. He wanted to trade a dead rat for one of their treasures, and he would not attack them in the future. Who knew if he planned a band of predator assassins? Shoo, trickster of the dark, said Porpoise. He scurried, imprinted. The most important thing is defense and health, I think, the dwarf said intelligently, to survive the castle. Tank the ever-present traps and defend the corpse-eaters. There are many traps that can go wrong, spikes lures in chests. To trudge on while barely surviving. The corridor ended in a cross. One direction seemed to be a tunnel, maybe made by raiders. It was relief compared to fighting. They were ready to stress and spend. Let's go west, men, said Oswald. The treasure chamber is diagonal to the middle of the castle. They went torchlit to another spiked wooden iron gate with a gargoyle face and opened heavily. It was 3 times 5 meters wide. Skeletons started pouring. They had heavily been leaning against the door. Pouring and pouring like a great mistake until the last head stopped rolling, some 4-meter half-giant skeletons. Then they came alive. With hand-protected pirate scimitars and battle-axes they marched dead intent. Some had black full helmets spiked and black and golden chest plates, protecting ribs and a liver they had left. There were mace tank skeletons armored to the teeth and skeleton archers with green flames in their eyes. They would cut you to indomitable force, savage and keen. The dead were ambitious, determined like nothing to lose by a tolerant citizen. Skeletal mages with little robes started shooting blizzards and bolts of lightning into the party. They got hit by instant lightning bolts until Daisy set up a magical conduit. Then she turned into a bear ferociously. The direwolf had a field day and would afterwards too, maybe with the bones. Strange dead enemies, thought the wolf. I have met enemies like this before. Do they really expect me to attack the dead? Futile. It was about as smart as a grey African parrot 55 intelligence quotient. James echoed Darosov like he was Thor and hit half of every skeleton that had poured through the door, rabble into wood instruments, preventing them from flooding for a while. He grabbed a skull and rose like a meteor in the corridor. He smashed through the biggest mass, thus a bone gravel area. Giant skeletons swung massive wide two-handed swords overhead, battle axe, and some just attacked with fists. They had magical necromancer strength, like arm wrestling someone you know you could beat. Yensid sat on a skeleton, so it couldn't move then, with flatulence brutally destroyed it, and made a 3-meter hole into the ground, digging straight down. There is as magic I cannot do actually, Yensid said, one magical sword, one staff. It is being teached at Solga docks. There's a hole here I smell. Wine, said the wizard profoundly, intelligently. The bear used magical attacks with its claws and didn't mind walking around on 2 feet. Some pommeling magic stunned, some hunger attacks relinquished. It went into a frenzy and started stunning each enemy once with a maul. The skeletons could have been meaty ragdolls, alas their bones did not have much resistance, not to a party of this intent. Eventually they conquered. The last skeletons were destroyed with impunity, lightning dwarf thundering warhammer, magic and axes. I see a basement. Yensid lit his farts on
Alright,
fire
let's
with a
do something
fiery
else.
finger. Blue fire burnt through the cobbly stone and made 2 by 3 meter hole carved. Oswald dropped and made no sound as a lightweight. It's a wine cellar. Yensid had broken an orcish wine barrel. Wine barrels were stacked 3 on 3 by the entire tall wall, a long dark corridor of oak and maple barrels with taps. There was white and rye bread, baguettes, Italian like country bread rough. A candle was lit on just one small table with some scripture. Some more wall torches lurched diagonally. This cellar was not for eating, it seemed. Was the necromancer alive? 2 corner cabinets had dried meat, ham steaks, black sausage links from the roof, and blood food. Eat, I think, replenish your health, drink and tuck greedily, said Oswald. What if it's poisoned, Oswald? That would be reasonable. Awu, said the direwolf, commenting on what they said. He had opinions too, worthwhile, valuable emotion, used up patience trying to understand their language, although having heard so much, he understood English like a few years in school. They were very repetitive sometimes with what they wanted him to do. Didn't they understand he just didn't want to do it? Mighty was the direwolf, and White Fur Daisy
How are you
loved hugging him.
making
A werewolf comically came in, clawing the door halfway, staring at the party.
hamster
They all
collections looking
stared.
good?
James, with speed technique, instantly pushed him throat up to the door and feet off the floor. Dwarf Hack put his axe/warhammer menacingly close to his head. Speak, is this by any chance poisoned, werewolf? We're not stupid and ready to play games. When James spoke of death, everyone got the idea. After 3 seconds of silence, like getting momentum back, the wolf said, "The light dwarvish spiced stuff tastes like poison. Alas, we eat and drink." Is the necromancer alive? What? Is the necromancer alive? I cannot tell you this, the werewolf said with an aristocratic accent. Don't kill me, no reinforcements will come to this off-the-map room you found. How did you find it? Yensid farted just as he said this. Maybe we won't kill you, Kerr. Someone has to do this paperwork as well. The werewolf had twice knotted 1.5-meter grey tail swinging, red and black leather. James dropped the furry, he slid down the wall. What if that's the butt-cheek biting werewolf, turning your butt cheeks furry? The butt-cheek werewolf is a legend, told stupidly and at the wrong times. I'll be off, he left elegant and concerned with his own important world. They didn't enjoy themselves really until the spirits started pouring. All-Father Ale, dwarfish mind blast bombs, Bordeaux red and red black. Fruity cider perfectly balanced, light as a feather. French champagne Winston Churchill drank, brandy perfectly coloured. Wizard's light blue and teal mana fountain. It had no actual mana like commercialised. All right boys, let's get drunk, Scottish asterisk. Different relaxed, relieved sides were newly shown by the party. Some people were actually interesting and turned into friends. There were many raiders who liked to work hard and party hard, a side rarely shown like insecurity about connection. This Hungarian beer is 2%. Drink this if you just want to replenish, or drink. Yensid liked the light beer. I like replenishing my mana with beer. How do you know the percentage, James? I am an alcohol servant. You mean a drunk, Clement? No, an alcohol servant. He didn't understand the difference in black and white. Is the direwolf old enough to drink? No, said Daisy, what? Lucky we are, I know this dwarf whiskey made from rye. Expensive stuff, he felt lucky as a dwarf. Everyone took a whisker glass and cheered red-faced, celebrating like manners were hard found. First, everyone realizes whiskey is expensive, then they realize it's tasty. James gave everyone cheese he had opinions about. Tuck into your bags and pockets, gentlemen. I always wanted to own a castle, have servants lazily exist. Osgiliath. Fat people are fantastic at conserving energy. They can always push when shove comes. Laros.
That's not
Fat gives me
instant.
power. You should see how I score in physical competitions. Osgiliath, she was pretty fat. I used to bulk up 20 kilos for more muscle. James. That's an interesting strategy. I have not heard it, interrupted Hack. You just need 400 more calories per day to significantly increase muscle growth. That's going up 2 kilos a month. Doesn't mean you should dirty bulk through with hamburgers and pizza. No diet that recommends that is good. I bulked up 40 kilos when I was depressed once. I just drank bottles of olive oil for 4,000 calories. Cleric. They started petting the direwolf 3 at a time like it was the most sacred, enthralling rabbit. I knew a guy when drunk he would always compromise. It was correct in his mind. If 2 people went to different streets, he would go out in the forest in between, compromise. One time we lost him for 30 minutes. Cleric. The best part of pre-party, party and after-party is playing games. One must be stimulated as far as they are intelligent. Super Smash Brothers helps. A conscious decision every time. Too bad it needs 10 beers for us to say we love our friends. I'm not gay, said the cleric. He ruined the conversation, putting in too much rough, tough and intolerance.
I love my hamster.
I don't think we can beat the castle drunk. Let's wait at least an hour.
I really do.
They said together. Many fell asleep. 3 hours passed. Porpoise ate black
Have you seen
sausage
my
links
hamster?
until they tasted like porridge. He contemplated not gluttony, but how these sausages were a limited thing and tasty in a way to make you gluttonous. The werewolf came back and wrote on some parchment at the small table. Porpoise let him do it unwillingly. I literally have to do this, what else can I say, he said quietly. He exited with several parchments. They came into working rooms of wood and steel, and into corridors leading to a grey claustrophobic tunnel into a 3-way, then into a chest which challenge was to open. Another effort for random effects. Green vials, says will wear off in 3 room if negative. Better not drink before a room then. I'll do it now, said Gregor decisively. It would be exhausting if they questioned it. Will boost your metabolism to diabetic strength, while high blood sugar, and double your natural adrenaline effects. Quick, what gives me high blood sugar? Most things tasty and unhealthy, non-plants, said James. Fiber only exists in plants, it's the cell walls. What's a cell wall? Hard microscopic walls of plants. I'll drink my honey bottle. What % of sugar is this? Minus 82 grams out of 100. You don't need much. Gregor drank more and was enthralled, laughed like a giant Viking. James drank the second one, looking like a Chad. Take double damage from the first hit. Sluggish defense, stamina and movement. Sluggish. Enter skeleton-looking door. They entered a giant cave, untouched and gleaming. It was dim-lit like moonlight, a field of beautiful dead. It entered into a...
Are you ready for an adventure, chat? I'm gonna stay up, despite not having slept much, and play stuff like Smite and Hearthstone and RuneScape. Day isn't long enough. And there's gonna be construction workers that come here and go like... You're gonna come to my bed when I'm sleeping, you're like in my ear. It's pretty annoying, and I'll see how I have to do that, but so after 8 AM I can't fall asleep anymore. I have to stay up.
A field of beautiful dead. It entered into a circular lake. There was a chest with silver details. It looked like it hid nothing, but underneath, probably a whole world.
Got a task done.
The chest contained swimming
I
broadswords.
waited until I got this brooch to do fire making, and it doesn't work.
Terrific stats like plus fire damage and immune to cold around the shores. Laros grabbed them. I think we have to swim. One of us has to swim, said Gregor. I can hold my breath for 5 minutes, said Giant James, and I train in water. I used to be an arrow of youth, competing in swimming. I was just chilling. They never stood a chance. Indeed, he had speed in water like he was using flippers on his hands and feet. Take this potion, Cave Moray. It will triple
I
your
believe I
breath
have a
and make you see in
hamster.
the dark, enhance your speed,
He's
resist
real.
cold, smell
He's
like
my
a fish.
sofa.
Fenugreek makes your armpits smell like maple syrup. James touched the lake and nothing
10 out of 10.
happened. He downed the squid ink tasting black vial and went in egregious. Disgusting the cave water.
There he is. Oh, it's a pillow hamster. Here's me scoring high on emotional intelligence tests. Others awareness, self-awareness, emotional control, empathy, well-being. Scoring high on mental age test. Although I am not a retired person, I'm physically young. And 6-7 Hearthstone rank. Got some more memes there, honestly.
In egregious. Disgusting the cave water was dead and alive sea vegetation, some pale white-grey fish. The cave was like the walls closing
Basically,
in.
it's like
The
rank
potion
1,
helped
right?
against the cold. He scouted some endless cave systems, then went back for air, being joyful of task completion and genius of independence. Face entereth surface. It went up like a wet jellyfish and distorted faces. Water disappearing, wet hair. It's a cave complex, it will test my lungs anyway. No danger, just have to figure out the way. He was focused to dive back in. As he dove, in 0.5 seconds, the surface shaped into magical black ice. Probably need to go up to go down then to go up, thought James. That's the intelligent puzzle they're looking for in the cave systems. It's not just this visible tunnel straight. Death waited for James in the straight tunnel. Rounding the system took a long time, but he was right, it was the most complicated tunnel. The length started testing his lungs. Amazing, James' body still felt just the same with little oxygen. The party was going panic mode as they realized James will die anytime. The ice didn't break, it didn't shuffle, it didn't dispel.
Whoops, that was a
He swum
loose.
and penetrated, running out of air as he exited
No,
a
sugar
stony
pea.
sink. He surfaced in a cave lab. Elven
Both green
journals lay
beans, I
here with
guess.
kaleidoscopes and magnifying glasses of different sizes. Chests of chemistry and sluggish books, herbs were powdered and not. Magical orbs dented would orbit like surgery. It was a good studying atmosphere, desk after desk. Bookshelves en masse, magical elven items, waterhole in the middle. James got up and saw a crystal teal, wearing crystal sitting on top of a contraption with 4 legs. He lifted it. It slowly removed the magical protection of a wall. He opened a stone door into the protected corridor, then came to a brick wall. Smashing through it. There was his party trying to dispel the black ice. "You're a swordfish in the water. We thought we would have to rescue you," said the meerkat goblin Laros. They walked a long time until they reached a 2x2 meter wooden gate with 1v1 etched. "It's the only way," the dwarf said, thinking cleverly but not far enough. Inside was a huge 100 by 100 by 300 meter cave, shaped like a Q with a small circle lake in the end. After central small stairs down went by a statue of a warrior, there was an impossibly large 25 by 25 by 70 meter tall naga, with 4 arms and 4 stone katanas. She waited sharply, eagerly, everlasting satisfaction from the written, carved rules. "This is an interesting statue." "I fear not the naga," said Gregor, "let me at them." It was a lightly armored female, green and beige under scales, 4 painted bamboo shoulder plates, Asian-looking armor. "This looks like why you need me," said Raphael. "I will bestow judgment, bloody and God-fearing." "I can do it, Raphael," said James quietly. Quickly and considering, Raphael said, "What's your defense plan?" "Will you allow me if I ask nicely?" "I will enhance your shield with impact magic," defensive, said Yensid. "I will need some air magic to get to her head. Make it easy for
I
me."
can play something
Light as a feather,
while
Laros.
we're counting. I mean, fire
"Drink the
making.
vial, Daisy." James drank the vial of Osseous. James went forth sword and shield, like 2 exteriors
Yes,
glorious
there you
and
go.
timeless, a spec to the serpent egregious.
Just a second.
"Hail, serpent!" The 30-meter katanas came swinging 2 by 2 mercilessly, horizontally and vertically. The impact was something of himself. It was better for him to duck or dip. She also followed up with magic, making 3M katanas fly at him from the floor. James dropped his sword, charging impact impetus and eld everlasting into his right arm. He charged and charged, using up his entire magical reservoir in 120 seconds of dodging. His entire arm was glowing red and his fist white. An immolation aura of white cracked the ground and air in a circle around him. With a little bit of cheating, Yensid hurricaned him up into the air for the 1v1. Cheating, said the Naga. The speck flying towards the Naga's face was met with 4 slow swords crossed. James knocked them back giantly with his impact shield magic. Then sound and time seemed to be silent for 4 seconds as James closed in. -9 impact flame fist. The stored up power was waiting to be released, like unbelievable and spiritually agreeing. Let it go. James hit the Naga in the left face cheek with an impact and sound of the
I
god
really want
Allah.
something tasty
A
right
fire
now.
9-star scolded the air, and fire followed the serpent. Like hit by a god's fist 25 by 25 meters, the shockwave knocked the stone off around him, and with the gravity of something thundering. Slowly the Naga descended to the ground, lifeless arms, did a somersault in the air over 9 slow seconds. The enemy was knocked out, technical KO. James already had the strength of a giant. Look at the bottom, there's treasure. Scottish. We can trade the treasure from that wooden statue over there, adjacent to the next door. It seems even beating the Naga was met with a curse. You were not supposed to win, a dead end in the castle. James was weak and delirious. That's the curse of insanity, half-consciousness. We got to get that removed, said Porpoise. They could clearly see prize cups and gold, tiaras magically magnified in the bottom, golden spiked clubs and staves, and giant orbed one-handed staves. The water was -200 degrees, cold as space. James pulled back his foot. Strangely, the sensation was not very different from burning. It told him of damage. You still have some cave moray in you, the dwarf asked rhetorically. We need to heat up the water, said Laros. Use my stamina, Porpoise said bravely, and started breathing fire into the water. The water still got draining cold at the bottom as James lifted intentionally heavy treasure up. James was confused and to control his senses several times. The heaviest one felt like he sacrificed something. Back and forth he barely made it. Getting the last treasure weakened like poison mercury. Yeah, obviously you're good at swimming, came the statement from Laros and a pat on the shoulder. Take off your swimming broadshorts, wear some pants. No, I won't do it. That's the As-Saber of Antioch, said Yensid. No, that's the Spellsteel Axe Chasm. It's been lost for centuries, said Hack. And Apocalypse Edge, the battle axe of idiot kings. It was gemmed 60 times ruby and onyx across the side of the axe blade, luxurious silver steel. There's the Spellsteel silver-edged axe. It helps with your casting. It's got 5 slinging spells and 3 useless. Chasm the Cleaver can teleport you wherever your eyes can see now and then, classically behind your opponent, and it can rain fiery asteroids from the sky. I'll take it and ask for no more this quest, said Gregor. No one said anything. You can have claim on the dragon's treasure still, said Yensid. Gregor thought stupidly not to take that either. Over-honored, he said nothing. This is going to change your life. You're going to become an accountant. You make my accountant dreams come true. I will correct you until you break. No, don't do it, Yensid. I must break you. I will honor this edge like all dwarves before me. Again, as far as you could see sharply, was their next gate. The cavern was profound, symmetrical, boring and damp. There was a mechanical statue, or shop with primordial features yet stern. We have 5 additional blood money coins. We don't want that one. Start each combat with an additional wombat. Wombats can go crazy after people's heels. We can buy explosive punch. It's an explosive you throw at their feet. Hits with a punch in the nuts if you've blocked an attack. Let's first buy 5 and save 3 coins. Finish a fight so you don't take damage, said Porpoise. This will knock them out like getting used to, said Oswald. Diamond dust and 1 moon quarter will get us the White Orchard potion. It says it will nullify the first damage one takes. Doesn't work against the dragon, 20 uses. Let's buy it. It seems you are allowed to trade random items for random items. Pretty much permanent, that one. Moon Quarter for 2 random positive effects potions, and 1 green random potion. Let's stack them of porpoise. Alcohols will now heal you 60%, and every potion will now heal you 30%. When you get something useless, get something additionally useless. I don't see how Drunk Potions Master is going to help us, said James. I'll start brewing hangover potions, said Laros. We need Scrappy Herb's family, burnt bones and ashes from a lion blown up with propane. They're more frequent in the catacombs, I think. There was an astute jelly honoring them in combat. Kill the jelly and eat it with cream. How do you kill it? Lightning through the nervous system. You made that up, didn't you? Said James, and pointed a nervous finger. Look, there's a book here on eating monsters in dungeons. You just need to know how to cook them. Chapter Castle Depth 2. We're deeper inside the castle now. Here's the entrance. There's the replenishing fountain and removal of items statuette. Removal of curses, small anti-poison green fountain, damage amplifier for luxury times and upgrades. We can choose to boost 300% max mana, cannot be reinstated if we choose no healing. Goes to 500% next time. Doesn't seem that big of a bonus. You don't know how to disintegrate enemies in 1 second with max mana. Why, you're no mage at all. If you keep stacking health potions and fountains, you can tank 1 more hit, very upgradable. We can choose to damage ourselves for treasure, more damage taken each time. Reverse fountain. We can camp here. Silence, silly person, said Clement. Let's drink and then let's remove James' curse, said Porpoise. He cared for him in a touchy way indeed. What if I want to boost Clement? We have to restore our health. There's no way around that. We're not burning through all our food and drink. Especially not the lobsters, said Osgiliath. Yeah, not yet, said Laros. Clement was forced into reason, still in intolerance. James remembered now how he used to function. As they entered the next room, fire roared. Gregor barely flipped his back into the wall, and they saw the glimpse of someone pausing. It's a stock green dragon, peaceful in nature, and amongst cliffs of animals it doesn't eat. A dragon in Dragon's Nest. That was predictable. It's better with dragons, I think. Wow, that dragon is so cute, said Daisy. I think I should charm it. The green dragons drop different things. Depends on where they are in the castle. It's a huge castle. The dragon headbonk is calculated as a different attacking style. This dragon is no joke. Did we pick up any dragonfire resistant gear? It might have been tradable. We didn't know the chance of specializing. We did actually. We knew there would be dragons. Sooner or later.
It's really not the different kinds of dragons in RuneScape. They're not in...
Sooner or later. The dragon had been chained to the middle of the room, but he had lots of space
It's
and a
my
crevice to
young
sleep.
dragon.
Shoot your
So
arrows
cute.
and arbalist
Pet his
while I conjure a
forehead.
mana shield, said Yensid. The party fired in adrenaline as they thought the surefire marks would decimate. He's still standing. James stood 5 seconds in the green dragonfire tanking and trying to finish off the dragon. Toasty, said James. Are you still there, said Porpoise. Let's re-strategize. That boy is tanky, forsooth I say. While not commonly used, green dragons are beatable with magic. Let's try this, said Yensid. Dragon roar. Yensid farted fire grand like operas heavily about vision. The dragon counter-breathed fire but couldn't beat the scolding plume. It engulfed the entire dragon like destiny, so it fell to the ground yellow scolding and red, splitting legs in 5 seconds. Looks like it was hiding resist fire and dragonfire potions, only 4, how ironic. It was white streaky orange like hiding a mist. The dragon also seemed to drop chocolate cake. Those aren't cheap. Might need shields and anti-fire armor anyway. Amorous Ambrosia is the last potion I can learn here. Uses our currency diamond dust, and the essence of someone who has waited 10 hours for something in vain. What's an essence of waiting, his townge? It's like a thought transfer. We know that thoughts spend energy. Where do they go, said James.
Tänkte inte på någonting, det var inte det.
Amorous Ambrosia makes us take 90% less damage and sets our parry and dodge to 50%, but cannot be altered further. Also makes us shine with a random color. Minus 90% less damage is 10 times more healing. Some bosses are built around this, they expect us to have it. There are rooms deadlier like a squashed ant anyways. Then we should always have a potions master. I shall drink the concoctions in honor. Laros was looking unsteady on his feet with a mind of responsibility. They came across a potions master. He was a larger goblin than Laros, golden empty eyes and a grey beard. Everyone needs potions in Dragon's Nest. What can I exchange? 1 diamond dust for 3 random potions. These potions are not permanent, said James. I have permanent potions. In brotherly fashion, Laros said, do you have any junk we can trade and make into potions ourselves? Not much, the nest starts out in hard difficulty. Let's just rob him. How hard is the fight, Oswald? The potion master fight is one of the hardest bonus fights. You're not supposed to do it. No one's thought of this before, James, but it's bad luck to go off script, they say. The randomly generated things is set in some ways. I knew it. Don't kill me, said the master, having to throat all his reason. They stuck him to the wall with duct tape. He looked like a moth. They found 1 to 2 of every potion, like smoke, poison and adoration. There was one-time attacks of 4 elements and a hamster upside down in a bottle. Some like clearing hard rooms with just a potion, but you don't get any exp. Look, a space confined bag. There was 20 severe depression potions. Put them out of the fight with their own voices, said Oswald. Have you ever heard an orc say, I'm not strong? Porpoise turned really sad. Depression is a spectrum, said James. Look, there's a map we can use here, it tells us.
I hate
Something
struggling
like might be a
against
potion room
Starbucks
here.
Caminoans.
She flexed the map vertically and horizontally while the edges did what they wanted. It seems like it's telling us a lot from the adjacent rooms, random rooms all around. Could not be fights, they're never going to tell us everything. The castle is filled with things that might be useful, to gamble and play odds. We can go this way northwest to probably avoid trap rooms. We're going to get better at reading maps for sure. It's worth avoiding every combat in later rooms, so that the ones you actually face you live through. Here's the fine print, it says. Summon Mephistopheles to read even more of the map. I'm all for it, said Daisy. Let's talk his ears off, said James. Summoned was a deplorable-looking mage, with saucepan whirling red eyes, fading into a mist, and skeleton of some bovine animal body, between black drapes and long beard. Follow my will and usurp the necromancer. I am powerful enough to beat him if I face him alone, obtain a random curse, yet a contract to get curse synergy. I will plead curses to help me, said the contract. James wrote his name, thinking logically. Your curse is fear of black goblins. You can only run away from them and take more damage, but you will gain +1 intelligence, +1 strength from every curse and +10% max health. A 6% chance of damage being blocked entirely. Doesn't go over 25% dead man's armor. The mage was thrilled and spoke with energy. You can also summon pacts. You can summon me or Hadian when needed sometimes. We will get stronger over time. How can we trust you, said James. You can trust in my ambition to usurp people. I can see the map more clearly now. There's a treasure room after 2 rooms, a tunnel and 2 avoidable fights. Can you fire blast the door, said Porpoise. He fire blasted the door with low movement. Osgiliath almost fell down in the deep in the next abyss room. There is only one way for us. Look, there's small ways to walk on a decimeter of wood down in a circle, or well the shape of the room. We can enter or exit the catacombs thus. I don't see the bottom. If we get too low in the castle, we won't get to the dragon chamber. They slipped and held to the wall, some fat stomachs protruding all the way until a huge black door. Step in carefully, people. There seemed to be artifacts and a shop on sale. It was another well-dressed zombie-looking butler with surgically added huge glass eyes. They were marked on the sides and flat. There seems to be a golden swordfish you can fight with. 110% more bare fist damage, -20% current health, +25% max health. It says not healed. We can't heal up from the damage in 4 rooms. I'll take it, said James. Too bad my health isn't incrementally low. An amulet that might choke you in boss battles, but add +5 of every stat, minus 25% current health, plus 10% max health. I'll take it, said James. The shop is filled with the same stats, minus current health, affordable, investable. You pay 2 diamond dust to get more resources, exponentially minus current health. They're trying to get you caught in a loop of maximum life and potential, said Porpoise, the excitement met with dying now. How much health are we willing to risk? What if there's a boss room next
This
room?
is some cooking, man.
Let's grab 1 item each, better not be greedy. They entered their first room. All through it has the veneer of a normal rooms. Question mark rooms are very modifiable, a narrative of random directions. To go into a direction you didn't want, upgrading into beating the castle just got to fight perfectly. This one seemed to be a shop, selling one thing. This pocket watch will heal 2 guys up to full facing bosses and increase their damage with 100%, but will also downgrade one person's life to 20%. The small man was baldening and dark-haired, wide lips and broad nose. You expect us to pay for a double-edged sword. Overall it is a plus, he said, ready a little bit to refute in logic. We risk someone dying and that is permanent. We'll just heal you up at the start of the fight. Healing has a huge cooldown thus here, and weak upgrades. How much, said Clement Gregarious. It is half off, 1 diamond dust because of your boons. We'll take it. Porpoise said, Encounters said that random events will be more positive in rooms now. There is an ability to sacrifice 50% of our ability to get currency for 30% more healing. So we're buying healing. Do we want to pay for healing? It makes sense to me, said James. They ignored him. In the next room there seemed to be a swath of twats. This is also a question mark room. Don't encourage them and anger them. Answer neutrally to their questions and we shall be fine. The twat started flapping his wings, them coming too close. He screeched like Primordial. They were trying to make each other speak without their terrible accents. It's chicken, not chicken. When you say I'm gorn doon the shop ken, I'm going to the shop now, no one understands what you mean. Yeah, they do. Drop the H at every word. The next gate creaked from gears. It's just a hole like a chimney inside. I can see the end about 20 meters down, said the cleric. Daisy spoke Elvish and conjured a huge tree root for them to slide down. James thought he could just press his muscular award-winning back into it. James was first down. It was a cross room of white iron brightly lit. It felt strategic. A Minotaur.
Oh, I have
You readers know
26
how a
terror
Minotaur
costly
looks like.
souls.
James put this shield down rigid
Yo!
as mountain, but the battle-axe Minotaur knocked him 5 meters back into the air anyway. In a movie, they would probably have used strings pulling you up and back. Laros and Wizard Yensid came down and started scorching the Minotaur with lightning bolts superior. It had no defense against this spell and range, after getting blocked
Can
and
I get
blocked again by Newbone
50
prisons and
mil
ice
cooking
walls.
XP from this?
Soon its black flesh smoked in the tiny corridor, and roaring like a bull he fell over with its cow's tongue out. Smack the Many Boots said to the stone clumsily, Is that everyone? We go north still, Seth Oswald. Once they stepped on the final tile, the cross raised and rotated 90 degrees left. Dust and barrels smashed. West is fine too. At least we didn't trigger the sorcerer's curse. It will rotate all rooms 270 degrees random directions. If it makes us stuck, we're stuck. They entered a room with dead adventurers. Merrily around a circular wooden table they sat dead, the dead partying or at least conversing as a group. Etched in the wall was, We can't get out, the wild wind blows. The room had 2 exits, 1 rotation had given them at least another way. The wild wind is a curse you don't want to trigger that kills your team, sucking the life out like sand. Ranger hat, crowns and butcher's coif sat on different heads, differentiating the corpses. We will honor your quest as we take your stuff, James said. They had silver and gold jewelry, some gemmed swords, diamonds, 1 staff. Daggers were distributed evenly. Porpoise healed from a random potion they had. Lose 5% of your max health, said the potion. Yeah, those yellow tinkered potions are very cheap, but you lose 5% of your max health. I feel like I can't handle dal dish anymore. Spicy. Gregor carefully pulled every gold tooth out of a grey, wide-bearded dwarf skeleton. Honourable as Satan reading the Bible, Laros said. The cleric smacked Laros in the face with his Bible. Oswald didn't seem dishonoured or discouraged and said, We'll go east, at least it isn't south. We came from the south entrance, remember? They ventured into a pie chart room with a stone curtain slowly raising. A voice said, You have entered the orc room. Your best warrior is banished into hell with all but his worst weapon. Orcs crawled underneath the curtain as it raised, began throatily orc mannerless cursing. They came with arbalist and butcher's coif with onyx glasses, pikes and lance. Heavy ballista were rolled out with orcish intents. Steel met iron as fate collided. A dance of orc anger, succulent whirlwind and savagery. James was banished next to a 5-by-5-meter circular Greek-looking stone temple. Around him was black and brown dirt, with no end in any direction James could see. Orcs far distributed came running instantly to the temple. Defend the temple, don't leave the temple. James had no weapon but his right fist and his discus of weakening. Wasn't that bad a weapon, he thought in a good mood. It's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll. He put on some AC/DC on his phone and punched the first orc like a frying pan. His legs shot up and leather boots flew off. He ricocheted his discus between two heads and punched a fiery hole through an orc chest as all 3 iron sword hooks flew into the air. From a top perspective, no one got close without getting systematically smacked. Gobsmacked, he gathered and equipped their weapons, armor until he had a full contemporary set, changing pieces into a fool's upgrading mindset. No set ever fit together. The sets were different medieval colors, different steel sizes for meek orcs. He chased after people in punching whirlwind, they ran away. He was chasing people beyond the desolate temple. He beat them up in steel boxing. They waited for him at the temple. Several orcs were running as they forgot with their psychologically low EQ bravery against his fury, or they realized he was not beatable. 3M giant orcs generals came with long swords like a ruler. They were painted black like thieving bandana, chewed on Strawswith brown ponytails. They were the only ones not running but lummaging. He picked up and varied weapons, balancing against their steel. There were some defensive round shield orcs that cowered and wasted his time. They would wide guard others magically and come closer. James ignored them as much as he could. He danced the dance of death and slaughtered like a bloody biceps ballerina on his slayer task. He grabbed their weapons and shields, threw javelins, broke bows. He pierced and pummeled with sword hooks, threw 2 battle axes. It smashed like a boulder into the orc and knocked him visibly off the screen the camera was looking at. Bodies were stacking like restaurant plates. They came with siege, they shielded together. They had katanas and daggers. James fought and danced until 300 orcs were piling up. Ding, he got teleported back. You survived, said a voice like death or a wizard thrilled. No one was fighting in this room anymore. The battlefield was filled with teeth heads in helmets and coloured blood. He went into another corridor and jogged perceptively. He could hear Yensid's farts like a guiding star. He punched through the wall with impact magic thrice. There was his team. We had a hard time without you, where were you? Said Inquisitor Clement. Yensid started screaming like a chicken sat on the floor and laid an egg. What's in the egg? What if it has explosives? The egg had explosives in it that destroyed the first layer of the walls in the room and knocked the party in different directions. Do you want to know what kind of organic metals I have eaten? I have a special acidic stomach that can melt metals. I have heard of this, James said. Eventually a Frenchman ate a plane and several bicycles. Expensive must have been. The party had to recover from this, and they started chatting angrily about wisdom and religion, and Yensid, and everything they had kept in their better tolerant selves. Walk on the path of God as much as wisdom, live right.
Oh yeah, don't
Care
burn
for your
food
soul.
actually. She's going for sharks
Taxation is
earlier.
theft. That kind of walking is a form of wisdom. There is no proof of God, Clement the Cement. What if you're wrong? What if you wasted your life? You are not a holy man, Yensid, but if you dare find signs of gods, you will. What if God is dead and we are worshipping someone killed? Said Yensid in a compromise. Bewok, just as things had turned to normal, Yensid was going to lay another egg. No you don't, lad, keep that stuff in. Hack bent Yensid over and pushed onto his buttocks. Yensid started farting. Arg, your wizard is a liability, said Oswald. His ass is powerful, said James. Survival of the fittest. You're talking nonsense, countered Yensid. Every day I don't know if I'm going to be hurt or safe. Ya bums oot the windy. Saying it in Scottish doesn't make it true, Yensid. 12 herrings in a bagpipe mac, a rebellion, said Laros. Propanes. That is not an answer, Yensid. You lost your sense of taste in the military. No, I lost my sense of direction. What should we do if we measure ourselves against a Voidmaster? They have too high stats. I can just buff our attack and debuff his until we defeat it. Indeed, they came across red-black cloaks with shadows and no heads. Minus 40% less attack, stacking negative exponentially. Buff Porpoise one-shot attack. It's not that powerful yet. It took even a minute before the cloak realized they were in combat. It flailed with scary fate and indignation. It went for the cleric, very near stabs and dodging with thin hair. Is it ready yet? We might as well continue buffing. It is exponential growth. They kept dodging, which felt out of place and dangerous. This is enough. I feel powerful like a star, said Porpoise. He slammed his hands together in silence and focus. In the meditation-like stance, power was exerted. The cloak was one-shot like a dissolving light. I love exponential buffs, said Daisy. They have a roof, said Laros. There's 3 lords on these walls. We must use our cards to determine the rooms, the backside of the currency we have. Let's hope they don't shuffle in a curse. She placed the deck in a stone hand. Diamond dust makes the Lord of Pestilence rotate. The next room seemed strange, like infinite. There was tourney grounds, it seems, half dirt, half stone. It lit up as they drew nearer. 4 stages for duels, and there was the ghosts of slain dragon's nest raids. They sat in their armor, giant shoulder plates in grey and transparent black. Black elves sat as often, gathering more height, safely up back. They were the population, and they were the tolerated trickster. They laughed insanely, and seemed not like the newcomers were anything but mirages. 5 black knights stationed of hellish horse beasts with several horns and spikes, white heads half alive and mouths dead. The knights were fully armoured, convincingly black, and had glowing yellow slits for eyes, large and oversized visors, gigantic shoulder plates rounded. The armour was gleaming from roundness and the abyss blackness. Let's go, men. James equipped his shield in his left hand. He walked menacingly as the first knight began jousting. Fire laid in the wake as they sped up, blazing. With speed technique, James strafed and took the pole of the jousting knight. He pulled him off his horse and smacked his head into the dirt. The party engaged with battle cry. The knight fought with skill and agility. He had pulled a warhammer from his belt. James started throwing warhammers thrice, and a discus. It hit the knight, and he wasn't as intimidating flying back. 2 fiery battle axes addled with magic hit the knight in the shoulders, lodging stuck. Don't destroy that, I need it back, said James. The Black Knight was hard to interpret in silence. An impact warhammer ricocheted. He seemed immune to impact magic. No matter, James punched him in the stomach and up into the air, then kicked him in the head as he was going down. The horse went back practice to its owner, both eerie in silence and death hollow, communicating with dead wavelengths. A flail came flying and barely missed James' dodging cheek. It could expand by its chain by 15 meters, then it was pulled inside quickly with the chain. Then came a fiery whip and extended 5 meters. It hit James'
Bruh.
armor and started to melt it. Hot, 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 like contemporary curry. James spun out of it and jumped out of reach eventually. That one got me before, said a night ghost, being reasonable. Better get back to my throwing strategy. Yensid, ice magic, please. Yensid shot forth a sheet of ice that shot upwards, knocking the knight back and pierced his feet. The lodged axe fell out of the knight's shoulder. James put another fiery one in there. James went for an impact uppercut that knocked thus. James threw this should be enough. The Black Knight uppercut back. James went flying. The Black Knight alternatively flailed and whipped, but agile James kept out of range. The flail spike seemed poisoned, but James had full plate. The knight came running, and his weapons were close, but James knocked him back with the discus aimed at his throat. He went for a double warhammer throw, confusing thus they both dented the knight's armor. The Black Knight mixed his whip and flail in the air, and both came flying so fast James had to recalibrate thus. James did a punch into his chest, path of the strong nerd, it caved in his chest plate. Searching a whole lifetime, worlds colliding, punch. Yensid, without being asked, had time for another shot of ice. This time it froze the Black Knight, stuck piercing his legs completely. James whispered
99
Eld
cooking.
everlasting and went for a jumping axe throw.
I mean
It
92,
whispered fire to the
87.
air and hit the knight between the eyes, searing its surroundings and cleaving his head. James went and helped his team, sneaking up behind a Black Knight and holding him with a half Nelson. Porpoise went up and put a piercing
Making a
magical
big
blade
lunge
through his
each
stomach.
time.
The knight shaked like he was being exorcised, and eyes exploded yellow explosions smoking as he died. The cleric shot 1.5 diameter white divine judgment beams, half hit their targets, and seemed to have no problem blocking the Black Knight's attacks with his thick armor. Laros had his shortbow often firing magical poison arrows. One Black Knight also had a spray poison attack and explosive blowpipe. James knocked him forward by hitting a warhammer in the back. He got hit by a judgment beam so his helm flew high off. Laros whispered penetrating Fossel for Thunder God Bregga and shot through his arm. "Can I take a look at your gun, James?" said Yensid. "I won't spend your precious future ammunition." James shot the indomitable Black Knights. "I think I will be able to get more bullets." "You're going to regret it." Tier 10, Fossel. Yensid shot eldritch bullets 2 times from the pistol. The Black Knight went down like a beast. Porpoise had been scared but had some really good moments where he motivated himself. He had been scared enough, for long enough, and he existed in it strangely motivated. Gregor had been poking frantically with his spear for 10 minutes, a flurry of jabs met by a frantic sword-swinging knight. This is a bloody embarrassment. It was the most personality both of them showed. He disarmed the knight and hit through his head 4 times. Unlimited barbarian power, dumpstered. "Get 1 versus 1, a just idiot lummox," he said triumphant. "An idiot just," said James. James thought about the essence of teabagging, now insanely like it's just like double dipping. Yensid let out one of the most ass-shredding farts in living memory, directed like a cone with magic and stomach muscles. In the land of the living dead, the painted skeletons all cheered. It is said it cannot be fully known no matter how you describe it. Daisy got her nervousness and ticks back. It killed one old man laying down in his home thus and woke his brother from the dead. The gods giveth and the gods taketh. Somehow the dragon knew there was a battle for him, time for him to awaken. Back to the night, yeep. The final night was dead as a doorknob. He wasn't powerful enough to raise his qualm pitiful. In the room they found a cabinet hidden of gnarly cider, awesome sugary citrusy drinks unknown in a 8-side circle, with stringed cork and awesome jugs of wine known and classical. "Wait, don't drink that one, I taste mercury. This would have killed you slowly." "Better trust the wine cellar." "This isn't anything compared to the wine cellar, it's just a little bit of respite." "Yensid, how is your ass?" "Let's go back to the wine cellar, people," they agreed in stupid communication. And so they did. Yensid summoned summer winds that blew them in the right direction. They also made camp with mattress and cooked oysters and bacon, chicken in a wrap with bacon, and James taught them how to marinate meat modernly. "You know so much about meat, why don't you use it? The stuff you make is delicious." "It is forbidden." "Why did you bring a mattress? When were we going to need that?" "Look, I can fold it 9 times with Scottish dimension magic." "Ask me for modern recipes." "Did you know Italy spread their food everywhere? Many food types are global, and after England's conquest of India the foods fuse." "England an
It's not that
empire,
much more
120 colonies."
EXP.
"Yes, hopefully we weren't too rough, you know," he thought as a contemporary Brit. They ate black sausage links, Yensid made potato tea, and then they soon replenished with wine and more baguette. "Let me play some as flute," said Yensid. His as flute farting with
I'll
a
eat
dual-valve
something.
engine sounded like a Scottish bagpipe. He played classical music, and he played solos, virtuoso and with scales. Who knows how many fingers was on the flute? "James, Porpoise here says you're lightweight," secretly said a drunk cleric. Who knows what he meant? "No, I don't," said Porpoise. slap him in the nuts and bite him in the leg. Bodybuilder James grabbed Porpoise overhead and threw him out the room 5 meters in a silly mood. Do you want some sausage? James said to Porpoise. Here, spice up the cleric's drink. Yensid farted a flame small, but just like igniting propane. The cleric looked unbothered in the distance. It was a wall and drank, thus he went. God, someone farted in my propane. Don't use God's name in vain, said Laros. Throw me out as well, said Daisy suspectedly. Can I come in now, said Porpoise after 2 minutes. No, said James. Someone put
Let's
a keg of Bordeaux.
leverage
He's
some
afraid of good
strange
alcohol.
rocks.
They stapled 4 kegs of Bordeaux and Montrachet against the door. Clement opened a Wizard's Reader's Digest against the door and exclaimed, This is just like home. Laros spit the Wizard's Digest out. This tastes like a hamster dipped against its wool several times in tea. Keep drinking, said Clement. And so they did. Parched and sozzled they were, missing their mouths and satisfying their spirit, cheering their earthy lineage and celebrating the contents and size of the glasses. Ow, my head. Can I have some bacon, said Porpoise. They gave him bacon like nothing had happened through a barrel crevice. Technically Porpoise did do nothing. SSSSSS, did he SSSDTH consequences of the Industrial Revolution, 7 fried chicken, said the dwarf didn't make any sense. He was as worrying as insanity nudging on friends. Hack, you're only making sense to dwarves and yourself. Stop drinking for a bit. James said it more because it was funny than being correcting. I challenge you to a drinking contest, said Master Hack. Loser gets punched in the nuts 750 times and lit on fire. That smells terrible, Yensid. That's not me. They had opened a keg with flatulence blue cheese manifest. Not that one. Let's start with dwarfs convincing mind blast bombs. Hack took a chug, looking James in the eye brutally. James drank his dark ale, locking eyes, not giving anything away. The blast bombs were easy for the dwarf, but James was used to them too. They drank them and ran out of them eventually. The dwarf was concerned, like there would be no more alcohol. What are we going to do now? They were saved thus by Guttrench Gander grog, multiple alcohols, and Liver's innate double regret. Now we're getting somewhere. James doesn't know why he said that.
I want something to eat,
Hack
man.
laughed in confused drunk. Hack turned into a mental midget, but James went into normal IQ territory. James enjoyed himself. This is how normal people are. Everything is fun and exciting. James was twice as wide and tall, but the dwarf would not be out drunk this day. James moved the cards. James staggered to Porpoise, read the labels and moved them easily. You're as fine a Brit as the Queen, Porpoise. You too, James. James wished they could have had coffee between grogs. Next up, Wizard's misspelling and fire Guttrot Heartstopper. It made James water his eyes and Hack grasp his heart. Hack punched his heart. That made the pain go away, perfect health. The final alcohol they kept drinking was brandy, Bryn's Brainrot brandy. They drank and they drank and they drank, gathered time unnecessarily, defied their bodies, acted tough but also quite nice. Good, Bryn's catalogue. I already have brain rot and no taste buds, said Hack. It's not that bad at all. I don't know why he said that, said Daisy. James didn't know where Hack was in terms of tolerance. James had pushed way beyond his limits, and who knows what kept him going. He started to have memory and seizure problems. He went for another filled wooden pint mug, and felt like he was hurting himself permanently. Chug asterisk. It filling up again made him feel dizzy, and his body ached. You're not done soon, are you, Hack? I'm a dwarf, I'm done when we run out of beer. But you're making quite a show here. I thought you were invincible at one point. In those moments, invincible he was, just like James would have been against a spear. James reached for the pint he was being filled up. Suddenly the table went up in the air. He had fallen to the ground on his ass. The stone felt sleepy and cozy. Someone gave him the pint. James inspected it closely and drank disciplined, and then another. Hack looked addled but the same when drinking. There was no telling how far he could go. This is a real drink for men. The dwarf took a swing
That's
of
some
prickly
gold
pear
vibe
hot
Celsius,
propane
that's
spits.
nice.
If you
Throw
mix
away
too much
Galaxy
propane, you go
vibe.
blind. Propane is energy, propane is fuel. This has been a fun game. Let's do it again sometime, said James. Are you giving up, laddie? I can go on, I think, but I'll stop, he said casually. Hack cheered for 3 seconds, raising his pint, drinking another like a boss. I told you he drinks like a little girl and punches like a eunuch, then fell asleep sitting up. James thought the stone was cozy until his speeding brain realized, fairly scientifically, he might have drunk enough alcohol to die from alcohol poisoning. His body
Alright.
was strong and with a crazy conditioned heart.
I think I played like enough RuneScape for now. Man, let's go play some Smite. And in queue we can play RuneScape. And I'm probably not really gonna play music. I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm still dancing. This doesn't work anymore when there's people here. That's interesting. Oh, there's one was waiting on. This is wrong. Not 2 people. All right, man. Yeah, let's play some more Smite RuneScape later. I just wanna kick ass as a mage, you know. I wanna go around with no sleep, around the corners and blow people up with stuns and have some magical power. And I'm probably gonna have to play jungle then, you know. Baguette, baguette, baguette. Ha ha. Is this still Maple Story? Wow. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Fat. I mean, I'm fat too, but definitely look at those boobs, look at those arms. Fat but power. Never mind. I'm still dancing.
Strong and with a crazy conditioned heart, he would have survived, but so did James thus not specifically realize. He got up and strongly lubbered to an empty keg, thought that he had to throw up. It didn't require much time for him to feel necessarily nauseous, and he vomited into the keg again and again until his stomach was just food. He felt better but beaten. He started meditating with Stecker Yen Incantatum back against the keg solemnly, which he figured would repair some damage. And it did. They had drunk 99 units of alcohol. 1 medium beer equals 1 unit together.
Beer.
No healing. I just need to meditate, said James.
There's better be some entertaining action 3D MOBA.
Use it and it will sober you up by 60%.
You know how MOBAs work,
James
don't you?
didn't want to feel this afflicted, so he said, okay, fine. James was very strong under the effects of something like this, yearning to be used like a hero. Hack didn't feel like punching James
I have
in the
caffeine, I can
750
play
times.
ranked.
He didn't want to be bothered like with the cleric's healing either, or with anything. Porpoise, mind blank as a canvas, lit him on fire through. I fire you from the job. Didn't expect to get covered in fire, did you, shithead?
I fired you from the job, mate.
Concerned with the immediate like a doer, and his eyebrows had just grown back. It had been tough beating James, but he was a tough oak used to go over his limits and professional eater, drinker for contests. He knew he could beat James before they started. The next room was the dodging room. This arena is big enough for our whole party against the door side. Instantly, as the door closed, arrows shot from similar serpent heads, covering the lower 80% of the area. Those who could, like Porpoise, jumped 10 meters into the air, Yensid with magic, the others blocked. Giant saw blades came through the wall, making them jump away and up. Some came vertically from the ground. Acid was pouring in from 2 sides of the room, narrowing it down more and more. It smelled like mercury sweet, but was yellow-green.
Should I click on that?
Some room tiles flipped 180 degrees into a hole in the middle. Saw blades pushed them into the middle. One tile started glowing and melting. 2 seconds later, a hellhound head made out of fire entered and then dived down. "Don't stand on the glowing tiles," said James. Serpent heads started firing arrows more sporadically and really made you mind your next step after the first, focusing on dodging, eyes on the surroundings. It was not for everyone. A spike shot up through the cleric's foot, and then as he bent down, one through the other leg. Yensid, he can't move. Yensid tried his best to move the cleric with air magic, but he feared for himself. Intelligently, he went to the same tile as the cleric. The
99.
cleric took that time healing himself. Daisy got hit by a sawblade. It was poisoned. "Damn it, the poison makes it harder to dodge," she said unwomanly. Steam started pouring and burning, lighting
What
people
do I
on
want
fire.
to use?
Another thing to be
What
cognizant
if I
about.
want to use
The
sailfish
hellhound
to
head
get to
got hacked.
99?
He wasn't the quickest. He melted instantly into a puddle of blood. Porpoise was by far the best here, dodging gracefully and flipping about. There was a golem appearing from the floor without much legs. It had a chainsaw and would pop up around you. A small gargle started appearing and disappearing in the hole in the middle. Its neck was
It can be
glowing
kind of
yellow.
boring to listen to
Things were
music for
turning
2
insane.
minutes.
They dodged
in
faster and faster.
right queue
"Someone
actually.
hit the gargle," said Daisy. James brought his whip resistant to fire. He had asked the elven to smith and supply it with mithril thorns 6 times 6 centimeters in diameter, resistant to fire too. First time he wasn't quick enough. Sawblades was barely dodged and deadlier. Second time he lassoed the gargle and pulled it up, going into the abyss. It breathed fire around it until being properly removed. The room stopped moving. Sawblades stopped halfway and the gate at the middle end was opened slightly. They took some time to heal the wounds. Luckily the castle wasn't conscious about this.
Never mind, I
An
have plus
equation of
60
healing
boost. Actually, can
versus the
use
time you have.
sailfish actually.
Daisy was getting
One more
worse.
level.
She fathomed a grasp into nonsense and went unconscious. "We can't wake her with magic. The healing isn't enough to wake her. With more healing we'll just get punished, diminishing returns. Bombs of poison into too long in the room. We're losing her."
Ah.
2 of them
What?
tried to revive, but she would not awake. Yensid sat on her face and farted so bad she woke up. It made cracks into the floor, shone in major slicing parts,
I
and
love your
broke the
computer, you
table.
can do this.
Daisy felt high on medicine
You have the
and
best
unsure of her
4K
consciousness.
FPS. Nah, it's just
Why
pretty
does
good.
everything smell like cabbage and socks?
It's like
She would get on to live another 43 years.
average.
They were
Scott's
curious to open the
can
next
hit
room.
140
It had one
FPS
exit
in
north, but in the
not
middle was a
4K pretty
circular
easily in every
staircase
game,
down.
right? When I have a
There was a dresser full of javelins and spears
144
and
hertz
valges and a wooden cabinet.
computer screen, if I may say
We're
so.
lucky it's a baguette cabinet. There were baguettes ailing like halberds.
Was I in a ranked lobby? That's insane. Now I'm gonna get the Deserter, right? Well, at least it was like that was pretty stupid. Did you crashed, you know, before the yeah? So you know, you gotta respect another person's PC, right? And I had to pay out of pocket for this. Except I didn't. It was like. So basically, I paid like 1,000 euros to upgrade from whatever to 4K, right? And I paid it off over 3 years, and that's probably gonna have to do that the next time. It's been tough. I bought 2 graphic cards and had to pay for both. I couldn't return it. It both costed around. One of them costed 550 euros. That's why I'm getting 40 FPS in Witcher 3 in 4K, for example, Ultra Plus. Yeah, no, maybe there wasn't an Ultra Plus when they made the first equivalent where the 4090 gets 80 FPS, right? As you can see in 4K, it does matter to have the best graphics card. It's really the only thing that can get you the high FPS in 4K. Alright, nice. So I was playing 2 games at the same time, and that's why it crashed. That's so sad. It's probably the movies might be unstable. Could be it as well. As you can see, here's some gear, man. Look at my Predator Bifrost. We're there. This is the shit. It's going up to 240. It's pretty hot right now. It's because it's summer, I guess. Predator Bifrost Intel. It's an Intel graphics card, A7070. And I got the absolute best screens you could possibly have. I got 3 4K screens, 43 inch, 32 inch. Although we might have to get an increase for this with her the screen to work. We might need some more power. Not like I got PSU, right? So that's too bad. I knew when they put in 750 watt I would need more. And now this is where I'm punished. And that one has 60 FPS, but because technical problems I can't get it above 30. And this one here, as we can see, has 144. Although for some reason see 4K here, and I can't get it to above 120. Paying for farts in the wind. I don't know. Well, maybe not that. I got support. Let's click on system information. We can see that there's 8048 RAM. An i5-4667 SRK. How fast was this one? 5.3 I think. 14 core, 20 thread. So a nice support. I don't know, man. Ah, my head hurts. I don't know what I want to play. I hope you get good gear as well. Hope you get your dream set up. I wanted to use 4 screens, I actually have one over here as well. And I bought something to support that, you know, physically. But it didn't work out because my fucking desk has metal beams under it, so it's not stable when you put the stable thing on it. If you want to save FPS on something, you don't always have to log out, just reduce the screen size, right? Pretty good caramel sea salt.
Amigo, you know I appreciate you.
People can't believe how good my processor is.
Be right back.
I love my processor. Ooh.
Reminds me of the old saloon.
This have an unheard of play aggressive, huh?
And try not to fall off your horse. Thanks.
Looks like he missed. Jorm support is a terrible support. You'll probably win a little bit later. To save my ADC here. Because he's really playing stupid.
Your right tower is under attack.
Yes, it's lagging. Lag. Should have pulled them into the tower here. Cupid. Nah. Should have picked healing. Holy shit, that damage is crazy.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, that Jorm damage is pretty stupid in solo or support, but he's a terrible support, so he might win because they have Jorm support.
Is under attack.
Long cat. I mean, very long cat. Terrific. His stupid chalice saved him. Let's get that shit, man.
An enemy has been slain. Your left tower is under attack.
So I didn't try to fight there, but it's a long way to the tower.
I come.
Ultimate is ready. Killing spree. Your right tower is under attack.
Stupid Jorm is doing more damage than Cupid. Just go like.
Your right tower is under attack. An ally has been slain.
Rest in peace.
Your right tower is under attack.
The stupid Kitty ultimate stole the red buff, so I'm not 5 now.
Your left tower is under attack.
Need 1 minion.
An ally has been slain. Your right tower is under attack.
Could have killed him there if it didn't dash.
Your right tower is under attack. An ally has been slain.
Could have pulled him out of his 2 maybe.
Is under attack. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Could have timed that ult a little bit better to avoid the stun, but Jorm is a stupid guy. He should remove his reduces auto attack damage early, increases scaling instead. Increases CC late as well, I think. So he has a purpose. He has to make his knockup much better. Late game. We'll get him this time. Is that a rainbow breath? stupid Jorm 1v2 does. Oh, it was pretty stupid. It was bad and stupid. That's the only reason I'm dying, because I'm pro at this support at twice the MMR. Yes, it's very enjoyable support, and I hate that with pull, right?
An ally has been slain.
Healing your team is nice, but pulling people into your team is much better.
Your left tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. An ally has been slain.
6 and 16 right now, it's too bad.
Be right back. Your left tower is under attack.
He's glitching out, man.
Your right tower is under attack. Your right tower has been destroyed.
You're coming mid. An enemy has been slain. Pyro has arrived. Spicy ultimate.
Shut down. Your right tower is under attack. An enemy has
I go farm a little bit. I go farm. Careful.
Your left tower is under attack.
Ah!
Your left tower is under attack.
Nice is really good for mana, actually.
middle tower is under attack.
Okay.
An ally has been slain.
Right back.
Killing spree. You're all hot and no catch so bad. You wish I don't catch you so bad.
Only 2k behind. I was terribly calculated actually.
Your right tower is under attack. An enemy has been
Janus can play. We're best friends. Spends more time inside their tower than ours.
Your left tower is under attack.
Jorm is going damage. I'm going in.
An enemy has been slain. Your team has destroyed a right enemy tower.
Be right back.
An enemy has returned.
Thanks. How unfortunate.
It's probably correct to play build Jorm like a solo laner because it's not gonna do anything as a support build. Like mine honor jumps in no matter how many times he dies. Support is one of the jungler. Ah, what the fuck? Disgusting Jorm. No. For some reason, I'm so tired I'm saying.
Ultimate is ready.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Just walking at him for now. have a lot of attacks. Maybe I can run away. Drunk cactus.
Very well done indeed,
You
sir.
exceed my calculations.
The enemy team has destroyed the Gold Fury.
Attack left lane.
Slain an enemy.
Ultimate is ready.
Slain an enemy.
Attack left lane.
Slain.
Merely the foreshadowing of an even larger battle. Ultimate is down. You exceed my calculations. Farewell.
You have been slain.
Bad passing. Susano avoided me. Got me killed.
Your right tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower. An ally has been slain. Your middle tower is under attack. Your right tower is under attack. Your middle tower is destroyed. Your middle phoenix is under attack.
Enemies at the fire site. Ultimate is ready. Attack.
Which item turns into a boar that charges forward again.
The enemy team has destroyed the fire giant. An enemy
can't even press it, dude.
Let's hunt more of them down.
No problem.
Destroy the left enemy tower. An ally has been slain.
Ah, killing Yanner again.
An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Ultimate is ready.
Quiet.
Attack the Titan.
Attack Titan, shut up. Shut up.
I don't know who's even.
An enemy has been slain. Killing spree.
His Janus is almost as good as mine.
Attack the Titan.
The enemy team has destroyed the gold. Your middle phoenix is under attack. An ally has been slain.
What did I just see, man? It's not just gold games, but it's 1 AM. Yeah. Well, to get to diamond, you gotta get through the bronze games, right? And I'm not diamond yet as I usually am, but you can play whatever I want at this rank. And I intend to. didn't even see that one. I don't know what it's doing, trying to one-on the support. And both of them did no damage.
So bad, you wish I don't got you so bad. Huh?
They're so bad. He just walks in and dies. Would have worked out another time, but this guy is gonna say, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing, Janus? You suck. How are you so bad? I can't believe you're so bad." It's like it's pure stupidity. Everybody just points fingers, you know. Oh, that's so sad. The fucking Neath killed Janus. That's so sad.
The enemy team has destroyed the fire giant.
I will await your return.
Has been slain.
Achilles is clueless.
An ally has been slain. Nobody sticking my neck in a noose. What a great fight!
He completely destroyed it.
Senin Allah belanı versin.
I fucking tagged and target him. Arena ranked, good arena game.
Your Titan is under attack.
It's not over. This game is so fun.
Kes kes kes.
Let's start grouping now.
Boş adamsın boş.
Hunt people down.
Boş adam.
Don't tell me to shut up, man. That's enough of that guy.
Attack the Titan. I am objectively the deadliest swordsman.
So they have 3 eggs, against Janus.
An ally has been slain.
Group up.
We can do this Janus.
A new threshold.
Been slain. Your Titan is under attack. Slain an enemy. Your Titan is under attack.
Attack. Attack.
Quiet, please.
Radio silence. Attack.
Double kill. Killing spree.
Almost CC'd out of that.
Your right tower is under attack.
Group up.
Hey, Fire Giant's back up, guys.
Tower is under attack.
Let's dance around it and kill somebody.
Enemies of the Fire Giant.
Why did it say that? Clearly, it's not, man. Fuck.
Enemy ultimate incoming. Ultimate is ready. Enemies in middle lane. Gang middle.
This is it. Me calling that kid is gonna win us the game. On
Enemy team has destroyed
on Harrison grouping at 39 minutes.
under attack.
It's a fucking one shot. The fucking lead. Oh.
An enemy has been slain.
Right back. You exceed my calculations. Radiant silence. Attack the Titan.
I guess you're better than Denise, huh? You showed her. house. That arm is so bad. He can't even hit his basic first ability. That way to the game.
Victory.
Heat-seeking ults. Always hit Sneef. I was gonna say that as well, actually. Now the winning team is arguing. So my Janus is also this good. I got that on, should upload that to YouTube, right? Oh, this seems kind of cozy
There were
now, isn't it?
baguettes ailing like halberds. You don't need butter for this.
You want to look at...
A baguette is really fresh depending on the sound, if it is crispy. Yensid farted as she crunched the baguette. A baguette is just 4 ingredients. What makes a baguette is the French wheat. This must be one of the exits from the catacombs, said Osgiliath, a free room. The straight stairs went down smelling thus, webbed circularly. It went so far down like an infinite embark. The darkness told of danger like being blind and endless catacomb rooms,
I want some ice
all
cream.
light being limited to 0.5 meters. It would have been welcoming if they had risen. The door north opened into an abyss room with a 7 centimeters wide concrete path. It smelled more and the
Back in
energy was
inventory.
different, something to interpret into a mistake.
I got another
The
match.
serpent heads shot arrows from both sides, pelting the party as they shared their shields.
I am
No
seriously
giant hands
did not
protruded this
sleep
time.
well tonight.
They came across a larger
I
room,
almost never felt
especially in
like
height
this.
as they fought only giant skeletons.
It was
One
interrupted
after another they had also found in the wine cellar. They weren't too hungry and stuffed it into their pockets and leather bags thus. Ah, a wizard's beard kit. I would have given this as a present to myself. To give a present to yourself you have to be present. No one remembers my birthday, said Daisy. Wow, that's so sad, said James and burped into her ear. Sorry, what was that? I wasn't paying attention. Yensid. Let's go back to the cellar and drink again, said Cleric. I would do it, said Laros. Shut it, Clement, said Porpoise. Clement went with intention, and Porpoise started wrestling with him. This is called a gachi hug, said Porpoise. I don't mind carrying things on my back. I don't feel a thing, said James, like an ESFJ would. There was also a detailed large chest. James
Select
melted the lock
your
mechanism
guard.
and opened. Phoenix feathers, rare and valuable, a wand, a
Oh
silver
yes,
bracelet with 10
auto-attack
huge
Ymir.
emeralds, pure gold coin with faces of dwarf kings, silver ingots and a vile brown Pauly mixed with gold colour. This is liquid greed, said Oswald, a tricky potion to make as it is valuable, made from black unicorn horn and crushed black imp horns and double not-on-sale alcohols. It can turn anything steel or silver into
I'm
gold,
too
or
tired of
diamond
opinion of
into
my book
onyx.
right now.
Unless too large, it will work for about 3 meter in cubic. That's unicorn horn dust, that's messed up. Put it on the bracelet in it, said Osgiliath. Save it for something larger, said Clement. Put it on your cock, see what happens, said Laros. This is the licorice wand of Greymane, I'll take this share, he said like an epic wizard. It tastes like licorice, said Clement. It tastes like liquor, said Laros. No, it's just black. The wand was XLL large
It's so
with 3
funny.
protruding segments, slightly bent. Only the greasiest may wield this, it looked high tier.
was
I am
wizard
barely strong
that
enough to
wait
wield
that
this.
has
It might drain more mana
too
from you.
long wand.
You're so dependable and reasonable,
Like
James. We're gonna get through this, said
bad.
Daisy. I'm reliable like an
Wax
antiseptic.
people with it.
Oh, James, please shave my eyebrows, she said like a princess.
Shave my eyebrows!
Daisy started dying of thirst looking at James' buttocks like Twitter thirst, parched like cornbread crackers or texting her dog-esque. I'm texting my dog. James didn't mention that he used to compete in extreme
Hercules,
wheelchair sports.
Hercules!
You're really strong and cute at the same time, Daisy said meaningfully. You only want me for my biceps, cries a tear unexpectedly. No, I don't. Daisy contemplated a grand amount of things. James knew just how to stop girls like this. I like men, Daisy, he said in a deep voice. He lied though. Sometimes you have to lie about being straight.
This is a
Daisy
crazy
didn't know what to
upgrade,
say.
man. What the fuck?
You weren't supposed to say anything like that, she said angrily
Well,
after
I'm
the
gonna run the
silence.
man. Gonna run the man.
You forced my hand, said James. Can we not have that kind of vague movie language in the book, please? Said
No.
Daisy. Fine, excellent, said James. Can I at least get a grip around your waist? Try and see what happens.
Hercules is good against
Daisy
everything, but
went
if they're
relentlessly,
bad,
thoughtless and
it's the
hopeful.
worst god.
No, said James and slapped her hands away. When the girls are done, can we get
Yeah, I might
going
just
into the
get pulled into
castle?
the tower
Said
and
Jensen.
die.
I have a date with a hot orc. Castle Depth 3. We're going deeper down in the deep. I love this sight of fountains and respite, said Porpoise. It came at just the right time. They cusped their hands and drank like the fountain was expendable. Do we spend a point in removing curses, James? I can get used to many kinds of bad mental health. I mean, we should put it on something else.
Good luck, be sweet.
Oh, it's a fucking Janus here stealing my blue. What the fuck? It's a fucking Janus here stealing my blue. Oh. You should even check the bush for dumb shit like that, but it's really rare, it's really rare. And of course I have no chance of stealing. I'm good enough to take it myself. I didn't completely one-shot it there, you know. Didn't just drop everyone's FPS, but it seems like it ruined my sound, so I'm gonna hear it in my left ear. Watch this chat.
Tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
This guy is sniping, he's probably in chat and he's played before a lot, but I killed him. I'm better.
Ally has been slain.
Who is it? Some kick chat, I think.
God, the mere
Don't snipe, it's just not a fucking snipe
been slain.
game. You can kill him again here.
Your middle tower is under attack.
This audio is so fucked. I have so many snipers, just want to join the game at least, you know, I don't get it.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Left ear, can you undo this? I want sound in both my ears. Just a smite sound. It's a little bit mad, and he ults the wave. Oh wow.
An ally has been slain. Your middle tower is under attack. Double kill.
Oh, I thought that was Horus, but it's actually Capri killing me. I don't know that Earthbreaker, that was cheating maybe. Oh, that was longer range than he has, you know. I teleported, ping problems.
Your left tower is under attack.
Yeah, so don't look at the SG, you know, don't snipe, you know, play fair. I didn't even know that kick people sniped and when they played Smite, you know, it's the first time this happens. Wow, probably not. You gather low life points if you snipe, it's not something you want to do. Like Capri here, I think you killed me. Where's the level 3? You're level 3. No one's doing this.
No worries. Completed. Your middle tower.
Help Scylla.
Defend the
Demons.
An enemy has been slain. I am divine.
I thought this was a kill. That's better.
An enemy has been slain. Your right tower is under attack. Be right back. Be right back. Defend. Middle lane. Middle lane.
Ritual dagger next.
Your left tower is under attack. Your right tower is under attack. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your left tower is under attack.
nice to have a high level solo lane battle like this, but you know, I still win these, right? I'm one of the best players at this game. Well, before Smite 1, when I actually had Diamond, which was like in the beginning, the middle and the end. Anyway. Well,
Your left tower is under attack.
well, time to get highest rank again. It's going to be fun. If I don't have fun and I'm just grinding and just slow progress, then, you know.
Your middle tower is under attack. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Enemies in left lane. Left lane.
Phil Fryer sounds like it's a character in my book, like Philip Reticle Air Fryer or Phil Filter. Yeah, that's it. Those are that actually. Didn't expected that, but why is he so big, chat?
Your middle tower is under attack. The pyro.
He didn't get me.
An enemy has been slain. Slain an enemy. Ice cream.
How do you even get done by Ymir?
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
Now I think I'm gonna go for a Runeforge Hammer, yeah. It's a good solo line item, you know.
I'll defend.
love smiting my left ear only.
Your team has destroyed the goal. Your right tower is under attack.
I'm better. So I invented this build and it's pretty good, I think. I'm gonna die after the die for the tower here. For one.
Be right back. An enemy has been slain. Nice job. Apologies. An ally has been slain. Double kill. Rampage.
I'm not afraid to admit it, you know, it happened to me once. I think I was smurfing and actually lost my lane. It happens.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Let's just slap Hercules again. There he is. Slapping time.
Your right tower is under attack. An enemy has been slain. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack.
Damn it, Sylvanas. I just need 2 more auto attacks to kill him.
Gang, right lane.
And now I can get probably as more defense is correct, but there is also the golden, there it is, golden blade. 200 max health.
Enemy ultimate down. Be right back.
Oh, I missed my freeze. That was really fucking good by Hercules. Almost killed you. Sorry for baby.
Your right tower is under attack. Your left tower is under attack. Your right tower is under attack. Fury.
Weren't you RuneScape players actually?
Has been slain. Please. Please. Be careful. Your right tower is under attack.
Oh yeah, you can do that now. But you know, what you are against that? What? Irrefutable. Irrefutable is the kind of word, it's an intellectual word that stupid people ignore. So it's basically like saying, "Puffy."
Killing spree.
Just because the argument is irrefutable doesn't mean that people aren't going to argument against. People can literally say, but bacon though, you know? Are we against bacon? Woo! It's constant fucking CC. From the Sylvanas.
Your middle tower is under attack. An ally has been slain.
Jesus Christ, man. Where's my team? Man. Constant, it's so annoying. I'm literally too tired to deal with Sylvanas. I'm just gonna hope he doesn't do anything. I I want to try even more damage. Although I need defense. I need CDR too.
An ally has been slain. Rampage. The enemy team has destroyed the gold. Your left tower is under attack. Your middle tower is under attack. Your right tower is under attack. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Shut down. Your middle tower is under attack. An ally has been slain. Bring the pain. Killing spree.
Should I help out there?
An ally has been slain.
No.
The enemy team has destroyed the pyramid. Slain an enemy. Attack the pirate gun.
Two of them are dead. Attack fire. Nobody here. What the fuck?
Attack right way. Attack right way. Attack right way. An enemy has been slain.
was a great mana steal buff. Got us 2 kills. I don't have any mana, man. Ah! That was such a funny call, man.
Your right tower is under attack. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your right tower.
That wasn't even close to Sylvanas. That was like 130 degrees off. I hope you lagged.
Has been slain. Your right tower is under attack. Your team has destroyed a middle enemy tower.
Be right back. Okay, retreat.
He is sauce. Why Hercules big?
Nice job. Attack the Gold Fury. Warn the fire giant. Yes. Shut down. Double kill.
I can slap people.
Your middle tower is under attack. On my way. Friend the fire giant.
That's too bad. I need to kill somebody there.
Has been slain. Illuminates my enemies. Killing spree. Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has been destroyed. Your middle phoenix is under attack. Your middle phoenix has been destroyed.
What is that fucking item, man?
Calm down and nom nom. Your right tower is under attack. Your left tower is under attack.
Just fucking die, man. What the fuck?
Your right phoenix is under attack. You have been slain.
Just fucking die. God damn it.
Slain. Your right phoenix is under attack. Your titan is under attack. An ally has been slain. Your left phoenix is under attack. Double kill. Rampage. Deicide. Your right phoenix is under attack. Your titan is under attack.
Man, that fucking sucks. God damn it.
Defeat.
Top damage. The fucking Capri is top damage, what? What the fuck, man? Oh, that's. Do I even want to play anymore? That sucks, man. That really. Maybe that's enough. But what if I don't have to play 3 games? I want something to eat, something tasty. That'll get me back into it. Now it's time for RuneScape or Hearthstone. You guys want to see RuneScape, right? You could do that. She want more. I'll listen to some music. Alright, so thank you so much, YouTube. Because I'm gonna play music now, I can't stream to YouTube. So join the Reswish Killer Rabbit on Kick or Twitch. Thank you so much, have a nice time.